His personality was a combination of playfulness, respectfulness, and you couldn't help but like the guy. My name is Chuck Cullum, and I'm the grandson of Leslie R. Jones, a very noted newspaper photographer from the first half of this century.
He was on the staff of the Herald Traveler from 1917 to 1956.
But it was hardly an event that happened in Boston in the first half of the 20th century that he didn't cover. And at the time, the negatives weren't really thought of as having much value after the initial publication of the paper. So he kept all his, and that's how he had this massive collection.
We're looking at the Leslie Jones collection in all its glory, starting with these boxes right here on this shelf and going back towards you all the way to the end.
36,516.
He covered everything. He covered, crime, murder, storms. It's got to be at least 12 feet long and about 9 feet high.
But I would suspect that this is probably the richest collection of historic Red Sox photos around, other than whatever the Red Sox have kept in their own archives. Almost 3,000, I think just under 3,000.
When Leslie Jones would show up at Fenway, Ted would be like, "Hey, Leslie, what's going on?"
He's got pictures of Ted Williams in very relaxed, laying on a table getting a rub down and things. And I doubt if Williams would have tolerated anybody else taking that picture.
He was almost like as if one of the Three Stooges had been a photographer. He would kind of relax his subjects and get them to kind of relax around him, so he was able to get these really intimate, almost family photographs.
Babe Ruth being knocked on his backside, symbolic in a lot of ways. You've got Babe Ruth on his butt, and he's like right in the shadow of this Red Sox catcher that's just looking down at him.
And I think that was part of his inherent skills, where he got some shots that others might not have got because he was anticipating. He contacted the Boston Public Library and wanted to donate, this collection.
As Leslie Jones had died in 1967, and then the family gave the collection in 1972, and as they described it, it was his wishes.
That says J, it looks like Hans Wagner. I'm just being a baseball fan, I know that that's probably Honus Wagner, but
after many years of caring for the collection and after the year-and-a-half process of digitization, we're finally ready and able to upload this collection online and send it out into the world because, there's really no sense in keeping this stuff sitting in the dark, hard to find, hard to see, with only a few people in the world knowing about it.
What is happening now is what my grandfather wanted to happen. Having his work accessible to anyone who wanted it, and to be able to preserve history in the way that he did for his part of it. And I think the entire family is thrilled that this is finally coming around.